Surprise! Because we're going to Stray Kids tomorrow. So we gotta get ready. There's lots to do. I'm too excited. I'm far too excited. Okay, so yes, Stray Kids concert is tomorrow. I've never been to a K-pop concert. I've never been to a Stray Kids concert. And I am going to go to the Frankfurt one, which does require me to fly there, which is kind of insane to do. So on the agenda for today is we have to finish some freebies that we're making for the concert, because I've seen so many lovely stays out there making amazing freebies to hand out to fellow stays at the concert. So I will show you what I am creating for mine. We have to complete our outfit and we have to pack. We have to pack for a flight. That is definitely the cheapest flight option I could have. I can bring one backpack. We have to see what we can pack for a one-night stay for our Stray Kids Dominate concert. All right, lots to do, lots to do. Let's get into it. Let's go see Stray Kids. Okay, sorry, I'm way too excited. Concert prep did start a week before. This shop I found in January, and it just holds everything adorable and collectible. K-pop items, some clothing and things. And so I just wanted to go see if there was anything for some freebies. Pucky, one day you will come home with me. And also I was just kind of curious what Stray Kids stuff they had. This place has an awesome collection of photo cards in general. I just wanted to dig through and see if there's any Stray Kids stuff, but it was completely cleaned out, I think, of anything Stray Kids. So I didn't end up getting anything at the shop, but it was nice to kind of peruse. And of course you gotta hit a K-pop dance class, because you haven't done one for years, so why not give it a try right before the concert to get you ready? I can't believe I'm showing this. But I had really envisioned something very particular for the freebies I wanted to make, and I was absolutely shocked when I found it at the thrift store. So I wanted to make, of course, a small touch grass keychain. And I found that these materials I got were actually quite easy to work with. So that is what we're gonna start creating. The library by me now carries K-pop albums. They actually had quite a few albums of like various groups. I just recently got this kind of wall mount CD player, also secondhand. You'll notice there's a secondhand theme throughout this whole compilation. I have bought a few, my mini collection over there, just secondhand for now. But it's been so nice to just throw in an album, do something for a little while, and it's kind of like there whenever you just need to pop on a tune. You don't have to deal with ads, you don't have to go to your phone or your computer. I have been really enjoying it, and it was totally worth a €10 investment into this CD player. And I think it aesthetically looks really nice. So check out your local library. Maybe someone there is also a K-pop fan, or someone has donated their CDs and blessed us with some good music to listen to that we can just borrow for a few weeks. And that's amazing. But it's nice that it actually has like the album that we're interested in listening to, but it also has like the little booklet. Oh, hello. That you can look through as well. You know, if that interests you. Thank you, local library. You're the real one for this. So while we get into all of the things we need to do today, I think this is going to be today's soundtrack. 언제나 함께 있었음 해 모든 게 다 통하니까 Feels like daydreaming 너와 있을 땐 난 I love my life 사라지지만 나의 전부 The chemistry is like no other two 힘들었을 때마다 늘 함께 했던 너 yeah. 눈이 마주쳤던 그 순간 생각을 공유해 우리 둘 사이의 텔레파시 바라보고 있는 날 봐 Someone like you 한눈에 알아본 넌 나의 replica We don't need to see each other to know that we're Let's talk outfit. I thrifted everything and it actually came together in what I was kind of envisioning. So, of course, I wanted to pay tribute to some of very iconic K-pop fashion choices, like the half skirt. So I had originally thought I was going to like sew my own skirt, but I already had this kind of style of skirt in my closet. Instead of destroying it or anything, I just got safety pins and just stuck that right on with some black safety pins. And I also got some spare silver ones in case I want to like decorate it to add a little extra shimmer to it. Top, actually, this like meshy top I got for another event I have coming up in summer. It just fits so well with this. A few days ago, I saw at the Amsterdam concert that Hyunjin was wearing something very similar. So I feel like this just makes sense for the concert. Yeah, it's this like cool kind of mesh thing, which I had seen in a store once and it was quite expensive. I was so happy I found it secondhand. But this specifically, I really wanted a high neckline black tank top to kind of go with the Escape song. That's kind of like the tribute a little bit. It was absolutely the perfect fit that I wanted. This is what I envisioned. It was all there. I love black tank tops in general, so I'm going to get so much use out of this. But this was actually a dress that I got secondhand, and I just cut it to make it a shirt. And I have actually some spare fabric from that, the bottom of the dress actually, so I think I can reuse this for another project coming up. I even thought about making armbands, but no, we're going to keep it simple. I got these jeans specifically because I wanted comfy jeans. I know I'm going to be wearing this for the whole concert. They're stretchy. And let's be real, I'm probably going to wear them to the flight getting to the concert as well. I even got this chain for $3. I made this Wolf Chan. He's derpy as hell, but I love him. He's very soft. I have so much leftover fabric. I might have to make him some twins. And then this is my freebie. I posted this on my Instagram, and just talking with all of you guys on Instagram has been so much fun. And everybody's so excited and so nice in the stay chat. So yeah, I'm just so excited. I think that I'm just going to keep saying that this whole video. Another important thing is I got the Loop Experience 2 earbuds. You know, I saw some other people talking about them for concerts, and you don't want to have that ringing sound in your head. This is not an ad. This is genuinely, I bought this and I have no idea what to expect. I haven't been to a concert in a long time. I also want to protect my ears. I'm going to genuinely test these out, see how they are, and let you guys know at the end. I'm also really curious if they're worth it. Can you still hear singing well enough? If they are talking in between songs, can you hear them? But they say that they're supposed to be perfect for that. You're supposed to hear voices better even. I really hope they're good because I think it's a really good idea. Yeah, so these are the ones I got. I got them in gold. And so I just have to see today what size I am and just make sure they fit right. And these I definitely can't forget to pack. I don't want to wear this skirt and everything through the airport security, so I can just unpin it, have it all ready to go in my bag, have my accessories in my bag that pack up really small, should have my look ready. So the venue just announced what you're able to bring inside, and originally I thought I was going to be able to take my backpack with me, which is what I'm traveling with on the plane with, but that's not the case, so I have a little backup fanny pack. This is my little Miffy bag, but it's going to be kind of a placeholder for a Lino bunny icon. This pouch is specifically going to hold all of the keychains that I'm making so that it's easy for me to grab to and I don't have to go into my bag with like my wallet and stuff to grab out all the freebies. So that's very important that it's coming along. Yeah, I'm not so mad that I have to downsize. Honestly, it's going to be more comfortable not to have something on my shoulders for the concert or worry about a bag on the floor. So they did note for our venue that you're allowed to take a water bottle with you that's 0.5 liters, but without a bottle cap. So I'll be taking this and ditching the bottle cap before I arrive to the venue. I am taking with me a fan. If they get emotional, I will get emotional. Loop earbuds, just in case, going to pack a poncho because the pack's really small and it's summer weather here. It could just spontaneously start thunderstorming or something. So let's just be prepared. And I'm just going to take some really minimal things. In this bag, I already have all of my clothes that I need. So that's the concert clothes, my pajamas, and the day after clothes. In this bag here, all my safety pins and chains, just to make it a little easier to go through airport security. And I think that's pretty much it.
있을 때 시간이 너무 빨리 가 이제 딴 여자 볼 때 알아 focus 보이지 않아 오직 너뿐이야 okay. 내 시선은 절대 안 돌려 전부 순간부터 It was clear skies from day one Got me so high boom done spaceship we in that UFO sight I'm falling fast for you no parachute 이제 떠나버릴 lonely life Cause I finally found something true Words can't explain what I'm feeling Being with you feels as easy as breathing Right when I told you just go on and steal
Bags are packed, freebies are packed, and I have spent a significant amount of time clearing space on my phone, which is hopefully going to be enough to capture a little bit of footage at the concert. So it's time for me to now relax because I have to get up very early in the morning for a flight, and I am going to just chill out with this book. Book Talk quickly recommended this one after watching K-pop Demon Hunters. If you're into Korean mythology, it kind of is like mixed in there. I'm actually almost done with the book. It's actually kind of more like a crime detective book. It's been described as very K-drama-esque, which I would say, yes, it does definitely follow some of those cliches that we all enjoy. Yeah. Probably gonna finish this one up tonight and get up very, very early tomorrow for the concert. So, see you then. So luckily the Frankfurt airport was one train station away from my hotel and only one more train station away from the actual arena. So basically I was able to check into my hotel early and I went to go just check out the stadium area pretty early at like 11 o'clock. I saw a bunch of people already in Stray Kids gear, in their concert wardrobe, so I was like, okay, things are already happening there for sure. And I knew that the merch had opened about an hour before, so I expected the merch line to be kind of like really the busiest spot. But there's also people doing like check-ins and stuff like that for their VIP tickets or however that worked for the pit and everything. That was a whole other world that I was not really involved in, but everybody seemed to be finding their way to different stations that they needed to go to. I did try to go to another merch area, which I thought was on the other side of the stadium. And I was literally walking through woods. I mean, I had a really nice walk through the woods. I didn't expect that to be surrounding the Frankfurt stadium. People had also set up little mini selling stations, PC cards. I found what I was very, very excited about, mini Kizu keychains. And then I went back to my hotel, had a little bit of a lunch break, and chilled out before getting ready for the concert. And then it was time to go.
Hello everyone, we are 너무나 웃습니다.
What just happened? That was crazy. I think I'm still processing the whole experience. But let's talk about it. I flew back in yesterday to Vienna, so I only stayed overnight and then came home. I just basically had to relax the rest of the day to recover from this concert. It was amazing, overwhelming, emotionally just everywhere, of being excited, feeling like it's gonna end soon, and I didn't want to miss anything. I felt like I wanted to look in like two directions so I could catch two things happening at the same time. It was just crazy, and I am just so happy everything worked out so well. With traveling was no problem with like my flights. Everything went fine with my ticket, the hotel, and the train there. It just worked out really well. First of all, the concert itself was amazing. It was 3 hours long, and I did not expect it to be that long. And what I love is they actually start on time. Like when they say 7:30, they're starting at 7:30, and they don't mess around. And I just appreciate that. As someone who used to go to concerts and they would have like a starter group, maybe they come out an hour or 2 hours later, and no, they're starting when they're starting. And I love them for that. They were so good. I mean, the singing, the dancing, the energy they bring. Honestly, sometimes my favorite parts is just when they're just talking with us.
The original lyrics to the song were very, very good. Thank you. But again, the song came out really good, and it's one of the most cutest songs.
Them saying hi. Changbin's aunt was at the concert as well. One thing that's really funny, and I kind of anticipate this might happen, is that since we're in Germany, was them speaking in Korean and it being translated by someone in German. It was a little hard for me to understand sometimes all of the German. I was aware that that would be definitely a potential. But if you're anticipating on going to a country that is not your native language, just be aware that might happen. You might have a couple gaps here and there. But I totally anticipate if there was any super highlight moments that Stays will be making reels about it with subtitles. So I felt fine, like I wasn't really missing anything. The crowd is so friendly. Getting into the concert venue, it's a bit stressful in a line. Everybody's kind of taking care of each other if you really need help. Like at one point, my mesh shirt actually got caught in my jacket and I had to ask someone to like help untangle me. But inside as well, it's like everybody's super mindful of not to block someone else's view, not to bump into each other. And I was in the seated area. I think it looked very similar effect happening down in the pit. Everything looked very relaxed down there and there was no pushing or anything like that, at least that I could see. Up by me on the seating area, everybody keeps their hands to this height. There's a few occasions where we're told to like raise our hands and we really want to raise them all the way up. But overall, no one held signs up high. Light sticks are kind of in this range, so you're not blocking someone behind you. And it felt very easy to like ask someone, hey, do you have enough space? Like, oops, sorry, I bumped you, you're okay. Everybody was just super mindful of everybody else and taking care of everybody else. And I think that is like the best concert experience you could have, and also an environment that like the Stray Kids concerts in general really want to bring. Specifically for Frankfurt, we had like a fan creation, but somehow someone organizes a big thing for us to all do as a group. There was two things actually. This banner that we held up after the fan video that played, created for our concert. The Stray Kids took a few of them home with them. Then we also had these hearts that everyone could grab, and they were handing them out before the concert started. It says that we should please hold them up during the Stray Kids song. So that was amazing. We had two things that we could do during the concert to kind of surprise them. And it was just so fun seeing all of these in the crowd. So let's do a mini Loop earbuds review very quickly, because it was kind of interesting. Maybe not exactly what I expected. In terms of the Loop earbuds, I had anticipated to use them for the entire concert because I didn't want to have like the ringing ears or anything for like the rest of the night or the following day. I used those earbuds on the plane and it was great for the plane. It really just like blocks things out, and for me that's a lot more comfortable for taking a flight. But then at the concert, when they did the first like announcements, I put it in, and it wasn't even Stray Kids talking, it was like the announcer from the venue, basically reduced the echo effect. There's so much bouncing around in the atmosphere for the sound that you really hear the voice more clearly. But then I put them in for some songs later on because I had them out for the beginning because I really wanted to hear what it was really like. It did reduce the echo and I heard the voices fairly clearly, but like some of the mics were mixed at different levels, so it seemed like some of them were a little quieter than others, and I just felt like I was missing a lot of the atmosphere for the music. So I actually didn't really enjoy using them so much for the actual concert. When I got overwhelmed with things, that's when I used them. Probably like an hour and a half in, so much shouting from the crowd, and I just needed a little break. So I put them in for like maybe half a song or in between when they were doing some stage redesign, and just kind of like took a chill few minutes with the earbuds in, and that was really nice. And especially when I was leaving the venue, I just had those Loop earbuds in the whole time until I got to the train, and I was in a huge crowd of people and we were slowly walking through. I was also getting a bit stressed where I couldn't really see like over people. Don't know how long you're gonna be in this little line shimming to the exit. So for those reasons, it was really, really good to have. So I feel like I did like them, like they were super comfortable, and actually probably will use them continuously for flights. But I feel like I needed like one that was less intense. And they do say that there are less intense ones, like the Experience 2 one is meant for concerts, but they have other ones that are meant for like if you want to still be in conversation with someone. So actually those I would be more interested to try. I'm curious if there really is like a difference between them or not. But if you have any experience with the Loop earbuds, let me know. I mean, I think everybody's ears are also quite different. Like the range of sound I hear is probably different from yours. I think I like them, but I want to try the less intense one. The merch lines were long as expected. I couldn't wait in those lines. I wanted to get like a shirt via keychain, but those lines were just so intimidating to look at. I decided to wander around, and I actually had so much fun wandering around. I gave out lots of my freebies. I exchanged things with people. Everybody was just super generous and made amazing things. Like people made their own stickers, cute little packages. People were making little posters, photo cards. Look at these. Someone put so much time into these. I feel like I got so lucky with randomly picking keychains and stuff that had faces I'm very happy to wear on my bag. I wore this even on the flight home just to rep a little bit of Stray Kids merch. Now, I might have gotten them kind of mixed up because basically after the concert, I was still very overwhelmed with the whole situation that in order for me to relax, I just opened up all the freebies and organized things on bracelets, on cards, on candies and stuff like that. So if you see your freebies here but mixed with someone else's, I'm sorry. That was my way of relaxing at the end of the evening. Like whoever gave me one of the holo cards, hello, thank you. This is amazing. I was like so shocked when I opened this because it was buried under extra stickers and things like that. Thank you. As I mentioned, I had made a Wolfchan. So this is the one that I made. And he still attended concert with me, of course. But his twin here also was with me. So yeah, I still like the one that I made too. I'm just so happy I got these. I really wanted the Lee-Bit one because I feel like he's an iconic, very mischievous, keeping an eye out for these because the Quokka one is also so cute, but now I can decorate my bags with these. So I did go alone and it just felt like a very safe place to just like be able to walk around and ask people questions where I should go. Hey, do you know what time something is? Or hey, your outfit looks really amazing. Like it was just such a friendly environment to just be comfortable walking around. And even when I was outside of the concert arena, when I saw someone in the subway with one of the Stray Kids outfits or t-shirts or merch or something, I felt comfortable asking them for like directions or just, feeling safe that we're all going to a similar place later on. So it just, for being alone, it felt very comfortable. The only times that I would say, like, if you're considering going alone, but you're doing like some kind of VIP thing or some kind of pit scenario where you anticipate to be waiting for a long time in lines, I did get a bit overwhelmed when I had to wait for like the concert entry area. And my wait was only like 40 minutes, which is like not that bad. People were there from like, 11, 12, and they were planning to wait for like hours in that line. It was hot, it's standing, it's a bit uncomfortable, and there was not anybody, wait in my spot and I can go get some more water or anything. So in those cases, if you anticipate to be alone in a line for a long time, be prepared. Or maybe that's the chance where you do want to have like a buddy system. The crowds can get overwhelming, and maybe it's just because I'm not used to big concerts anymore. So if you're really like anxious about big crowds, because at the end of the concert we were all funneled into like a huge mass of people trying to exit as well, that's when I think really the buddy system comes into play. But otherwise, I felt super comfortable being there. I felt really happy being there just by myself, and I didn't have to have any phone calls trying to like find friends or anything like that. I could just go where I wanted and when I felt like it, and that part is actually the best part of being alone at like an event or doing something with yourself. Tips that I learned for the concert is make sure you have enough food and water with you for waiting in line. Make sure you also have enough food and drinks with you wherever you are going. Or for me, I was in a hotel and had a small stash of food, and I was so happy to have that when I got back. You're going to be screaming, you're going to be dancing for 3 hours. It's exhausting. So just be prepared to replenish that afterwards. In terms of items I brought, I really didn't need that much, and I feel like the less I had, it was kind of the better, to be honest. I used my battery saver on my phone so that I would really not need a charger, but bring a portable charger if you have it. Yeah. The whole night back at the hotel, I just had Stray Kids songs playing in my head. I think also last night I had the same thing, Stray Kids songs playing in my head. Just because the concert's over, there's still things happening. In Vienna, in a few days actually, there's going to be a Stray Kids fan meetup, and I'm going to bring some of my freebies there that I have left over. I can give those away and maybe do a little bit of trading, go drink some bubble tea. So before we end things, let's go do that. Well, now this video must actually come to an end. I think it can be said for a lot of us that are Stray Kids fans, it's not just about the music. Of course, the music is so catchy, and I mean, those songs just get stuck in your head and you just want to go back to them over and over. But I think it's more than that. It's about how they just are really caring for each other and they're really passionate about what they're doing. And I think we just appreciate them sharing some realness with us every once in a while. They genuinely care. And I think that makes us also want to support them so much as we do. But yeah, we have a comeback announcement also just happened. So good luck to us. Are we ready? I don't know how anyone does it in multiple fandoms. I just have one and oh my gosh, I'm busy. So thank you for letting me indulge in reliving this whole experience through editing. I had so much fun making this, and thanks for watching. And I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.